If you felt that you missed out on MANYU, should you now go out and buy other meme coins that are related to MANYU? In my last video, I talked about how MANYU was gaining a lot of traction and reaching an all-time high of almost $30 million, which showed clear signs that this could be the next potential SHIBA killer meme coin here. And what ends up happening when we see a meme coin begin to get a lot of traction is that the meta around it begins to build. And one way that it begins to show is that other meme coins start to pop up that have some sort of relation to MANYU. So we're going to be talking about some examples of these related meme coins to MANYU and whether it'll be worth it to get involved in those meme coins. One of those meme coins has already rugged, by the way. And the other one that we're going to talk about has very, very, very close relations to MANYU. And that meme coin could absolutely rug us, or it could absolutely go to the moon. But there is one red flag about it that I like to bring up. And with that, let's get into this video. But as always, nothing in this video is financial advice, so always make sure to do your own research. And if you found the information in this video helpful, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that notification bell. And on my channel, I talk about crypto gems that have 10x to 100x potential, and in some cases 1000x potential. So if that's the type of content that you like to see and the types of projects that you like to get involved in, then you got to subscribe to this channel. So before we go into those meme coins that are related to MANYU, let's quickly go over MANYU and whether there's any important updates with the MANYU meme coin. So here we are on the X account page right here, and we'll just quickly scroll through it just to kind of see if there's any important information that pops up. So you can see this is about an hour ago, and it is trending on the number 3 spot on DEX tools. So that's really, really good to see that it's starting to get, it's still getting a lot of exposure there. Really awesome news. They replied to KuCoin, so it looks like that could be one of the next exchanges that they want to land on there. Let's just keep on going right here. Let's see if there's any important information. I think this right here is really, really bullish. And we had talked about the Shiba Inu and MANYU connection. And this, once again, is another piece of information and content that is firmly establishing the partnership and relationship between Shiba Inu and MANYU. So this is posted 12 hours ago, and it reads, breaking: official SHIB account was spotted listening to the MANYU spaces. So this is really awesome right here. You could see that this is the icon right here for the SHIB account, and it's they're there listening to and supporting MANYU. So that's some really, really awesome stuff. And I believe that the number of people that had listened to this particular space here was in the hundreds of thousands, and I believe that they had posted on their X. So let's see if we could find that. And once again, this is another reply to HTX. So, another exchange that they could get listed on, or maybe they have got listed on. And right here, their holder counts continues to grow. Right now, it's sitting at, 8,000 holders and growing. And, we had covered MANYU about 2 days ago, and it was just sitting just over 5,000 holders. So really good to see that the number of holders is growing, very, very rapidly over the last couple days here. So let's keep on going. And I want to find that post here. This one is a pretty big deal, where it shows that MANYU is trending across X in all these different countries, whether it's the US, UK, for example, Germany, Brazil. So some really, really good news. And here is the post right here in terms of the number of people that tuned in to the MANYU spaces. So over 700,000 people tuned into the MANYU spaces. So you could go to this post here and you can listen to their spaces. But the most important thing about this is that this project is getting tons and tons of attention. In fact, 780,000 listeners gathered to hear about the rise of MANYU. So they're doing a tremendous job making sure that they get on the radar of a lot of people. And that's what you want to see. You want to see a project that works really, really hard to get in front of their audience. So that is probably the biggest news that has happened over the last 24 hours since I covered it. And once again, the most bullish thing about this, the MANYU meme coin, is its partnership and relationship with the Shiba Inu team. So let's go and quickly have a look at its chart right here. We can see that its market cap is sitting at $25.8 million right now. So its liquidity continues to increase. It's sitting at about 750,000, and the volume is relatively the same as last time, as 6.4 million. And this chart continues to grow to the right and upwards, that you could see right here. So when we initially covered this, MANYU a few days ago, it was sitting at about a 7.9 million market cap. So you could have taken profits over the last 48 hours or so and made yourself an easy 3x or more from here. So it's gives a lot of people opportunity to get profits, and in my opinion, that is super duper important, to make sure you have a very solid take profit plan. But once again, that's just my opinion. It's not financial information, by the way. And so let's actually go ahead and look at those few examples of meme coins that are related to MANYU. And the very first one is right here. So there was a meme coin that was called Sonia. So according to the website, you see here is like meet Sonia, the only white cat followed by MANYU on TikTok, the most famous and pampered cat across social media here. So you can see on this website, it's very structured, very similar to how MANYU is. I'll show the number of followings and then how pictures of MANYU or Sonia getting pampered here. But what happened to it is this right here. So this is quite nasty. So this project Sonia came out on July 8th, so one day ago, and it just rugged right away. So you see that it went all the way up to about $250,000 market cap, and then it is torpedoed straight down to pretty much nothingville, and right now it is sitting at a $24,000 market cap. So this is a true definition of a rug pull or a pump and dump, whatever you want to call it. And this team behind this had zero intention to provide a project that had any type of value, that was respectful to the investors that were supporting it. And it looked like their intention was simply just to run off with the investors' money, which unfortunately, if you got in this project, that's what had happened here. So once again, you have to be very, very careful with any type of projects in crypto, because once again, anything can happen in crypto. But one of the things that when a really popular meme coin pops off, and then also the meta begins to take off, this had happened before when the Boys Club really began to be the talk of the meme coin circles. There is that after Brett, Andy, Landwolf became really popular, you started seeing derivatives of let's say Brett's dad, Brett's grandma, and all this other stuff, Brett's pet, Brett's dog, for example. And unfortunately, people got taken advantage of. So here is something you have to be extra diligent when it comes to these meme coins that are related to the main meme coin that initially started the meta. And of course, we'll move on to the next one. And the next one is the one that's really close in relation to MANYU, and that is XIAOBAI. So XIAOBAI is the brother of the most pampered Shiba Inu. So it's the brother of MANYU here. So I know that probably some people will, if they felt that they missed out on MANYU, they probably had a look, or maybe even got involved in this particular meme coin right here. So if you go to their X page, for example, you see that their following count's really small. It's only at 87. So, that's something that I would keep an eye on, because to be the brother of, such a huge superstar Shiba Inu, I don't know, this is really a small following count in my opinion. And one of the things that really sticks out about this, that in terms of the red flag about this, and I'm not saying that this is a bad investment or not, I really don't know that, I'm just sharing my thoughts on it, is that MANYU is not following this account. Because if they were truly, if this was the real meme coin for XIAOBAI, typically what ends up happening is they end up following each other. So for example, if you go to MANYU's Twitter right here, so I follow both MANYU and XIAOBAI to share this example right here. You can see that XIAOBAI follows MANYU, but not the other way around, for example. So right here, you can see right here that when I click on it, these are the people that follow XIAOBAI. So you do not see MANYU following XIAOBAI. So that's something that is a red flag to me, because if they are, really owned by the same or run, like if it was truly XIAOBAI's meme coin, they would be following each other. And I wanted to see, like, is it the same owners that XIAOBAI and MANYU has? And I came across this one short right there, and we'll just watch it really quick. But you can just see by this one short here that this owner is most likely the owner of both MANYU and XIAOBAI. So the chances are, if it's, if he created a meme coin for MANYU and he created another one for XIAOBAI, then the amount of marketing efforts will you should be very, very equal on level par, and they should be following each other on X as well. And typically a CTO does not happen when it's actually run by the real people as well. And so far we haven't seen a CTO for this MANYU account that is has strong associations to the SHIBA Inu team. So once again, these are my thoughts. If you got this, it's not spreading FUD or anything. It's just what I observed from it. And I worked with a lot of influencers and so forth. And when I noticed that there's a good chance that the same owner owns both DOWGE, it's going to be very, very strange to see why the two X accounts do not follow each other. So maybe that's something to keep in mind on. Once again, you're free to do with whatever you want with your money and so forth. But when it comes to new metas and related meme coins, you just have to make sure to do extra diligence on that. So with that, I'll see you in my next video.